Macho with a rocking black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, little bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
She don't know that I can pace it. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Ooh, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down front. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. That I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you're missing, but you won't.
Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
This will make it into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
It's our time.
On first down, Brady. And his first pass is incomplete.
One thing we often talk about is setting the tone in a game. How about this? They came after him on play one and put him on the turf and forced an incompletion.
Something for him to think about immediately right off the bat.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to back off either. I think that they had success on the first play. Typically, when a defense does that, they've announced to you that this is what they plan to do throughout the game.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Frank Clark was sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. On third and long, it's Brady. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Frank Clark in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number.
And this is caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Oh, and you went sleep early, too.
Yeah, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this, we're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. They got it done.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Which is our wedding planner.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. That's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
We still got a whole thing of turkey sauce in there.
And this winds up
The ones that I got for my chili dogs. Now I'll just get some more.
To about the 39.
No. You cut up a new one?
From the 39.
Yeah.
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about long.
You gotta go to Walmart get some more what?
You gotta
go to Walmart get some more what? Oh.
On play action, now Brady under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line.
Yeah, that's
they were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their
well, we just started this
game,
weekend.
Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
Apparently, they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Yeah. What time you work? Or I'm talking about what time you work Friday.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Frank Clark getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch plan at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down and close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense.
He got a 4 o'clock today available today.
If I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
So you don't know what your Friday schedule is? What's that schedule? I'm asking. Jesus.
Yeah, he can do it at 2:30. I can make it.
Yeah, I can get you Friday. I can get you on Friday.
Yeah, at 2:30. Yeah.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to
Getting one that on the towel.
Goalpost, that helped. 10 yards, first down.
Partner, I think that play echoed.
Well, I cleaned AJ's towel off yesterday with all the rice and stuff. I dumped it all.
If you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
Oh, he breaks a tackle and he's got an alley.
Yeah, since they've been open, yeah.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
I was never going to make it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
I knew he was going to cook it, so. He was in on that text message. He didn't bust me out because he knew what it was when he seen it too.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line and
would you mind
so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down
because
the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
After 7-0 on EA
I think
Sports.
I'm off Friday. Let me check.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
44, Mike, 44. Hey, here I come. Yellow.
Geis. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Okay, I'm off Friday. So, let's do this. Hold on. Trying to think here. You coming from where?
I'll make it in an hour.
Well, because I said if I get your... Because I can get your appointment at 3:30.
Okay, that's fine.
And then would you be able to take AJ?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I had to swing back and get him, yeah.
Yeah, so you can take AJ.
Mm-hmm.
Yours is at 3:30. AJ's at 4.
Okay, that's fine. So the same person cutting us?
No,
Johnny?
my barber cutting you.
Okay.
Johnny cutting AJ.
Okay.
Then Lance's is at 4:30, but I'll be there with Lance.
Oh, okay. And what time is yours?
Mine's at 5.
Don't skip yourself. That's Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
Anthony, I need you to move that TV into our room. Because we got to get in that closet today. Me and her got to go see all that stuff. Because I don't remember what I got.
So we got you at 3:30. All right, me at 5. Cool. All right, we all set for Friday.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
I usually know about this time. I know, me and you both was up at 7. I look like
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Right. Pressure right.
Me and your mom both was up, but your mom was
He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
I thought she would be on the couch. She's like, no, I'm going
run the
to
football down 3rd and inches, decided to try to pass it, and obviously it did not pay off.
Yeah, that is conventional wisdom.
That's just her going back upstairs. That's what that was.
What if they overthought it a little bit? Maybe they catch them napping and get a big play over the top. Instead, the sack.
Wow, so we could have been down here watching our cheaters like we do every Saturday, but you want to play around.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline.
That's what I asked what you was doing, and you start going back.
You didn't say okay.
You ain't say nothing either. Shoot.
She went to, she did go back to sleep though.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did go to sleep. So what else am I going to do? I checked my phone
Where they
and
were
I
on
was
the
like,
field, kind of no man's land. Do you like the call?
I love the call. Almost had to go for it there, right? Because of what you just described. Too far for the field goal.
hey, you
Might
better
put
come
in the
get
end
that
zone and
TV
just get in good field position anyway. Let's go for it. Plus, they were moving the ball. They had confidence that they could pick up this last bit of real estate.
How's that gonna work? I don't even watch TV downstairs to be forced to set it up.
And they gave up no cutback back at them. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
Like I said, I'm not
Touchdown, Kansas City. Nicole Hardman with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football.
Actually, no, I can.
You're going to get score, force a punt.
I'm gonna call Comcast and see what time they close, because I might be able to go pick up the box.
Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there.
You got to switch one, yeah.
Relax a little bit.
No, we'll just get a box that's like in our room.
For who?
For her.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The spotlight now.
No, that one's 10, I think.
Which one? The basic one?
The one that's in our room is 10. This one's 20.
Oh, okay.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to
No, the other one upstairs is 10.
But at the same time, you're wondering,
yeah, no, it's a different box.
What do we have on this play?
It's small. It don't do everything this box does.
The basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball
A wall, yeah, right.
if
Yeah.
you just get it in
That
his
is for
hands.
the
Still
65.
second points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
I thought it was an empty box. That's why I didn't see that.
From the gun, it's Brady. And almost picked off.
That's been there.
I guess the good news
For a
for
couple.
now, it's 4th down.
That's been there for a couple of weeks.
Passing game not
How
in
about you go
sync
check
here
in that
early.
closet?
I'm
And now it's
asking you a
4th down.
question.
I'm telling you
This
the
first
answer.
half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 35. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted.
Yeah, because the boxes that the kids got in their room, those is $5.
Games to be played, so yeah, it's not a lock.
So I'm probably we're gonna have to send one of those back.
He's going to get there, and what an accomplishment that is.
Yeah.
Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated.
Well, because we got 2 now, but we're gonna replace yours, and there's nowhere for it to go.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying you ain't gonna.
Yeah, because we got one downstairs too that we're not gonna use.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back
They
to
are
the
both
line of
going back.
scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's
They already got
14
that
to
box. What are you
nothing.
talking about?
So then me and you gonna need a box too then. So
We
we're gonna
remind you that
that.
coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. They'll run here with Edwards.
Oh wait, no. So are we giving the
And
kids?
he'll get this up past the 45
I don't
to
know.
47.
I feel like the kids should just
That's a
keep
really
that box.
nice job by them picking up the
And
run
then we
blitz
just
and
take that
detecting it
small one
and
that's
blocking
gonna
it
put
and
$10
turning it into a
and
nice
you
run.
get
And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're
Why ain't
easily
it?
blocked and turned to the side.
He gets it forward for
They ain't
four,
saying the
maybe
TV. They all
five,
got
but
high
the
pass.
flags fly.
Dang, all them
And
on
this one
TV.
could be coming back.
Half the time they don't even watch TV.
They gonna tell it. Don't tell.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football
I
right
watch
there.
TV
You don't
more.
have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to need the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and run for it. And he's got this down to the 35. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive?
You got to
alive?
remember, if
good spot on
you,
the field to go for it, kind of no man's
you gotta remember right now,
it worked out.
Yeah, they call it
y'all
no
use
man's
this
land
TV
because your punter is telling you it's too
right?
short. I'm just going to punt it into the
So
end zone. Your
they're
field
forced
goal
to go to
kicker
that
might give
room.
you a little raised
But
eyebrow.
when
Might
you
be
have a
too
TV
far for the
downstairs
field
and
goal.
my mom have a
So
TV
get
in
your
her
great
room,
chance to go for
this
it.
TV is going to be
Personally,
open.
if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach,
Yeah, but I like
you
when
kind of
the
like
both
this
the kids
spot
can
because it
split
gives you
them
the
up
decision to
and
go
I
ahead and
wouldn't
go
think
for it.
it's
That
fair.
is splitting them up. That is splitting them up. One can have one can have the TV down here, the other one can have it in the room or whatever.
Listen to what I'm saying.
They'll run the Geis. They brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball.
But that's what they've been doing for the most part. Every once in a while, one will have a TV down here and the other have a TV upstairs.
Now Edwards-Helaire. He's got the first down inside.
That TV has not been broke for over a year.
Into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Clyde
Edwards-Helaire with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend
Right, they used
the
to
lead.
switch off on the
So
TV down here.
Here in the first half, they've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making
And now you're
adjustments.
barely
right?
here anyway.
This is all about the defense. They got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now after the touchdown, here's
Potatoes.
to kick it away. And they will not get a chance.
She's asking what all do you want to steal it, little girl.
Through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're down 3 scores, a 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back.
But that's the thing. That's how she normally makes it. She asks, what do we want in the steal it? And she makes
I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have...
I said that's how she normally make it. Even if we're in California, she's like, what y'all want to steal it? And then she makes it.
2nd and 10. Drops this one off to McCoy underneath. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts.
My bad, folks.
I remember we used to get yelled at about that.
I don't do that usually ever. That was the first time because I was like, man,
Going on first down is Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This offense finding its legs now. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
She coming over to
You certainly have
Auntie
to give a
Nita.
little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
That's what Uncle Yu said. He said he just want to get some pictures because y'all all ain't got no picture together.
David in on the tackle. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. This is Geis. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
After the roughing penalty
Well,
on
I
the
asked her,
PAT,
and
they
she
kick off
said,
from 15 yards further upfield.
She said she don't. What she said? She said she don't know about them because they on a Trump thing or something. She
Special
was saying.
teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's Lindsey.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You ain't going nowhere.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Hardman on the return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The KC offense,
So Walmart
Edwards-Helaire
Target
getting the ball
at
back here. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. 8 yards on the
No, I'm trying to figure out what
some
the
options
kids.
on
I thought
2nd and short.
you said the switch.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Yeah, so that's all your man over there too, unless you mix it up. Over there.
On the ground, it's Geis. And maybe a
Because we got the switch
He's had his way
and
in this one, but this time they get
Right,
him
that was
behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first, 18 yards that time. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense is just a little too good. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Devin White He's the one that got home and takes it down for a loss of 9.
I like the footwork back there. I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss.
Let's go. Mike 54. Mike 54. And we're pretty quiet.
This boy be having socks everywhere. Ain't nobody worse than him yet.
So that'll back him up 5. They go play fake. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
So out come the Bucs now. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew
AJ
on
gotta
this
go
one.
through it.
Probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Brady now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact.
Whatever else
second
they
down.
gonna want.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
They can just make out a regular list.
Throwing again. Brady. He's going to hit his man.
He actually last night.
Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down.
You just throw him away. I'll just grab some more.
Yards.
Mom, can you put this on your dresser? I mean, do it AJ room.
Brady now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Use what?
His tissues. Like, I remember making out tissues.
Oh.
Because he always claims his name's AJ.
To throw again. Brady looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Brady's throw there complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
We got 4.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Uses the stiff arm. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Did he watch Where?
KC offense, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game of the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now they try the right side here. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Yellow.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play?
Why you telling me don't forget?
Right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Mike, 53. Mike. Here we go.
Throwing again. Brady. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Throwing now is Brady. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Looking down. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Chiefs, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire